Hi folks, I'm back. Okay, I gotta find a spot for my, there, my tinfoil. Okay, where's my pot holder? Because this is hot. Now look at my, let's turn around here. There we go. So here's my chopping station. I'm chopping my tomatoes and I'm just slicing them in half. Look at this beauty. All that liquid, my rice is cooking. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of shock it in the oven, I think. I'm going to finish cutting up my tomatoes here, which is just slicing them in half. I've got quite a few of them. And I'm going to pour this stuff on top, and then I'm just going to throw this whole pan in the oven. My chicken is pretty much cooked through, as well as my rice and my celery. So cooking time in the oven, folks. Let's talk about this. How long should we cook it in the oven? I'm saying, you know, depending on the amount of soft texture you want your tomatoes, I would say no more than probably 5 to 10 minutes. 10's probably too much. Maybe 5 to 7. Anyway, I've cut a lot of tomatoes here. Let's see if that's enough. So I got 4 left here. I can always pop one in my mouth because, you know, I'm just a big tomato fan. But anyway, it's so funny when people say, I don't like tomatoes. I'm like, what? I could live on tomatoes. There's like a few foods that I could live happily on if all the other foods in the world vanished. And while I'm talking, I'm going to turn my fire down again. I had turned it down to like 4, which I would say is medium low. Now I'm just kind of folding in my green onions and my tomatoes. So yeah, tomatoes, olives, peanut butter, cheese, bread. I think if those are the only ingredients on the planet, I would be okay. There's no meat there though, so I would miss meat because I do love meat. And I usually love, you know, even though it's not good for you, I'm more of a fan of red meat, you know, like steak and burgers and stuff, than I am chicken and fish. But I've been trying to eat healthy, like the rest of you. Trying to make more chicken and fish, stay away from the red meat. But you know, we're all going to die anyway, so what does it matter? Okay, so here we go. My oven is at 375, and I've got my beautiful plate. I don't think there's anything else I'm supposed to add to this. Oh, it's really heavy though. So I'm going to, because I'm kind of a wimp, because I have a bad shoulder and other things that bother me, aches and pains of getting old. So I'm going to open my oven, and I'm going to put this on the top rack, and I'm not going to cover it. I just want my tomatoes and my green onions to cook up beautifully. In it goes, folks. I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. Oops, that's at 6. I don't want to overcook this meal, okay? Turn my burner off. Oh! Finish my wine. And my nose is itchy. Pop a tomato in my mouth. Why don't people like tomatoes? People will be like, I don't like tomatoes. They're sweet. They're supposedly a fruit. They're not even a vegetable, even though we put them on salads. And although I put other fruit on salad, like I'll put mandarin oranges, and I'll put blueberries on my salad sometimes, and cranberries, and other great things. I gotta drink some wine here. But yeah, tomatoes are just fantastic. I just love the texture. I love the sweetness to them. I love to put a little just salt and pepper on them and just, you know, pop it in your mouth. When you bite into a little tomato like that, it just bursts in your mouth. And it's full of flavors. And tomatoes are really good for you. So, when I was younger, I ate a lot of tomatoes and salads, and I think it kept me really skinny. I wasn't a big sweet fan. I know that's odd, but, you know, once in a while I'd eat a candy bar, but not very often. And once in a while I'd have ice cream, but I always lean toward salty things like pickles. Oh, we must have pickles. Pickles and olives. So if the world was coming to an end, there was no really good food out there left, I would need cheese, bread, pickles, and olives. Probably peanut butter. You get your protein out of your peanut butter, I'm sure. And tomatoes. Cucumbers would be good too. Anyway, everybody's got their favorites, right? Those are mine. So my timer's ticking away. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. I'm going to take it out of the oven so I can show you guys the finished product. And then I would just serve it probably in a nice bowl like this, or I guess you could probably serve it on a plate. But it's kind of like a rice bowl because we've got our rice in there with our chicken and our vegetable and our spices and our flavors. So, cheers. It's time to refill with the Bogle. Let me go get the bottle. You think this is called Boggle? I think this is Bogle. What do you guys think? Whatever. It tastes really, really good. As you can see, it's done. Okay. Well, that'll do it for me tonight, folks. I better save some for dinner. Cheers. To tomato lovers out there. See ya.